to the comic book lair. I am Mike Smith, and this is Nighttiger Comics. We're in the lair, and we're going to show you a dollar comic book haul. Yeah. Go.
Now I'm nervous.
1, 2, 3.
Nighttiger Comics!
Okay, one more time. Two, three.
Watch Nighttiger Comics!
Oh, perfect.
I say it's crazy.
All right, comic book junkies, welcome to a dollar haul. That was not a dollar. I thought I'd start you off with a banger. So this is Coco Comics, March 1948, number 38. Just a really cool horror-esque space cover with an alien. I actually have two copies. I managed to find two high-grade copies for under $30 on eBay at two different times. And it's one of those books, you know, you have one of those books that you'll buy all the time. That one is the one I'll buy all the time. This has actually Frank Frazetta art inside on the heading of the text story. So I went back to the new collectible store in town, and they sold 8 of the long boxes that were out front and put 8 more out. I had to go through them quickly because the wife was waiting in the car. You know how that goes. I already had this. He said it's 5 for 6 or 6 for 5, and I had 17. He goes, go back and get another one. I said, you know, that's the wrong thing to tell a comic book collector. But luckily, I had pulled a couple out that I put aside. They were doubles. This was one of the doubles, but just a really cool Superman trying to break the chains, pulling it up out of the concrete, by Keith Giffen and Dick Giordano, number 539, January 83, I think, or 80. Yeah, I think it's 83. I already had it, but you know, it's such a classic killer cover. And so I did, yeah, I bought a bunch of dollar books, but you know, I bought stuff to complete some stuff I'm working on. And I'm not a completist fanatic. You know, if I find them in like fine or 5.0s or higher for $1, I'll put them in the collection. This is from October 78. Issue number 2 of DC Comics Presents. I have the Whitman number 1, and I have this already, but it's really hard to leave. This book has a low print run. Number 1, number 2 had a low print run. If you know your history about publishing, before the 90s, before direct market, they usually couldn't get accurate sales until issue 3 went out. By then, they could tell if the book was doing well or if it was going to fail. So usually they put a lower print run of 1 and 2 out, and then you'll see number 3 is, you know, a bigger print run. It's always easier to find. So just a killer, you know, Bronze Age DC book. I got it. I don't know what I'll do, if I'll trade or give it away or if I'll keep it. This I think was an upgrade. So from November 1977, Justice League of America number 148. They had several there, and this was the nicer. It was funny because I was going through them, and there were a lot of boxes that had multiples of Bronze Age issues. They were filler issues, as they say. Teen Titans number 27, I kept seeing a lot. Machine Man number 2, they had a bunch of those. What was that other one they had? A Steve Ditko property, and they had like 50, 60 copies of number 2 of I can't remember what it was. So it was really weird. So obviously they got these from another comic shop that went out of business. But this has Golden Age superheroes on it. That's why it caught my eye. I already have it, but I believe this is a little bit of an upgrade for me. So, Buckler, Abel on the cover. Now, I've said last time, a couple of videos, that they had a lot of Jonah Hex, but I already had them. And this time I said, I'm not leaving it behind, number 25 from 1978, June. But then I looked it up and I didn't have this issue. And I've got this run almost complete, about 75%, 80 of it done. The Word Western Tales and the Jonah Hex title. If you have never read a Jonah Hex, it's one comic I recommend you reading, because any issue you pick up from the Bronze Age will be good and will have good art in it, and you'll never be disappointed. So number 25, June 78, another gut-searing novelette, The Widowmaker. Has really good letter columns in them, too. This one I'm far from complete. I don't think it's that many issues, but here's number 4. I think I have maybe 1 or 2 other issues. So it's John Byrne cover, number 4 from May 76. Also, he does interior art on this book. Really nice painted cover. All new, Space 1999. So I did get, there were a few Charltons in there. So pick that up. Early barcode also. But John Byrne. Nice detail on the face, showing emotion. I didn't see if I had this one or not, but I could not pass this up. And it's a nice copy. Probably like a 7.5. But that is just a gorgeous cover. The red, the sun behind Dr. Fate. And then I like these little word panels. I'm a panel guy. I like panels on Bronze Age, Silver Age comics. You got Boomerang down there. Who else? A Colonel Computron. That's just a killer Dr. Fate cover. So Flash 310, June 83, 82. This is actually when I was buying and reading off the newsstand. Oh, these were less than $1. Well, of course, if I said they were 6 for $5, they were less than $1. So now, I don't know why, but I haven't actively been trying to complete this. I've had multiple collections in the past that I've sold that had a lot of the Marv Wolfman, George Perez Teen Titan issues and all new Teen Titans. This is my 4th. This collection in this whole room is actually my 4th collection of my life. So when I started collecting again back in 2006, I think it was, I didn't actively collect this series. I do have number 1, and I'm sure I have some peppered through, but that's George Perez, man. I read this probably up to, I don't know, I probably read half the series, and it is just, it's on par with Chris Claremont and John Byrne. The art, the story. So number 31, Raven's Berserk, great Raven cover. And 1983. So for less than $1, a nice high grade copy of that. I'll take it. That's the ticket. And then that was 31. So here's 32 with the first appearance of Thunder and Lightning. I do remember reading this one, June 83. Again, Marv Wolfman on scripts, George Perez cover, interior art. Just look at that cover. It's just so good. Both of these covers are just... So, I'm getting ready to retire next year, so I want to have comics that I can read for the rest of my life. I'm definitely taking my collection with me. But I'm going to add stuff I don't have. If I know it's good and I want to read it. So here we go with the second Charlton from September 71, number 86, Billy the Kid. Heck yeah. Some Charlton. All new stories and art. I'm a big Western comic book reader, as you know, from the Jonah Hex. I don't know who did this cover. There's no signature on it. But heck yeah, I'll take it. I got like almost 2 long boxes of Charltons. So I got quite an extensive collection of Charltons. Thank you, Steve Ogden from Charlton 66. Now this is a reprint title. It was just a high grade copy. And I do have the original. I think it's in Submariner. But this one has instead of a black background, this is a green background. Just a really cool reprint looking Tales to Astonish starring the Submariner. At the Rage of Battle. In the Rage of Battle. Very cool. I love the corner box right there. Kirby. I do the history of the corner box here on my channel. So if you look it up, type it in the search, Marvel corner box, it should come up. You'll be surprised on who's the one that actually suggested it. And it's got a great little history behind it. Yeah, I do like Millie the model. It's a Silver Age Marvel. What the heck? It's got a bonus hit in here, so you'll flip for it. Teenage cousin Dee Dee's in here. To Catch a Spy. Millie gets fired. Millie the model. And you always get new up-to-date fashions inside here. 1967. And yes, I'm a big Millie fan. What can I say? Millie, the Blonde Bombshell. Okay, just some books. I didn't have this. I'm actually collecting Superman up to probably 86. So Superman 375, September. I know in 1986 they kind of rebooted it with the John Byrne 1, Volume 2. Which I actually got rid of because, I don't know, I didn't care for it that much. I don't know if I kept number 1. But just a cool cover. Gil Kane. So Gil Kane's doing a lot of the covers now. I don't know who this inker is, but he did a great job on here. Is that Gil Kane? It may not be. Maybe Ross Andrew? You guys will tell me in the comments. So Action Comics, 517. This is an Andrew Giordano cover. So also featuring Aquaman, 50 Center. So this is actually a Christmas issue. So this is the strangest Christmas story ever told for War and Peace. Oh, a nice little Armadas right there. I'm guessing Star Wars was out recently. Because this is from 1981. Jerry Conway on the art. On the scripts. Kurt Swan on the art. Not a big Kurt Swan fan, but what the heck. Just a cool issue. Less than $1 high grade. Did I say that? Now, I know I've had this one in the past. My CLZ said I didn't have it. And this is Marv Wolfman on scripts. Gil Kane on art. You know this is going to be good. I don't know what's going on here. From what I've read before, when you get these thick like inking lines, it's because they made the picture they drew it too big or something like that. Or they didn't. Usually maybe they'll draw it big, I think, and then they shrink it down. So this is like, I don't know. I always tell that Gil Kane's art around this time, a lot of it was like that. Can you see how thick the lines are on there? It kind of makes it between cartoonish and realistic. But nevertheless, it has Zatanna on the cover with her fishnets before she got that awful costume. And then Lord Satanus, Satanus, I don't know how you say it. What is that from 1983? Yeah! Ooh, okay, we're getting down here. Okay, I didn't have this one. Needed it for the run. Again, Marv Wolfman, Gil Kane from 1983, June. Gil Kane cover. The new Brainiac has eliminated the defect. The old Brainiac had the merest touch of human. Actually, at this era, right here in the early 80s with the Superman action, was pretty good. The stories were good. The art was great. Look at the detail on that spaceship. Gil Kane, I love Gil Kane. I think he's a great artist. So I needed that one. Mark it off the list. Less than $1, high grade. So this is a second-ish copy of this. I don't know. It may be an upgrade. I don't know. This is a really tough book to find. So this is the last issue of Volume 1 of Firestorm, the Nuclear Man. And it's got the multiple, I think Multiplex is his name, maybe? Yeah, Multiplex. But I found, so the last 3 issues took me years to locate him out in the wild. I found him a few years back, and really I never see the last 3 issues. So this there for less than $1 in high grade, I will take it. And it is a killer cover. Look at the greens in the background. Al Mingram. He does the art inside. Mingram's art at this time, I think it was pretty decent. It wasn't until he got on Avengers that I didn't like it. So this is a reprint title, but just look at that. It's such high grade. When I pulled that out and looked at it, I was like, wow. Jack Kirby art. Obviously the color, the background color is different. The trade dress is different because this is a reprint from, is it Tales to Astonish? I believe it is. Marvel Superheroes featuring Hulk, Submariner. I think it's like 71, maybe 72, 73. Man, this cover. This is a book you can put on the wall, even if it's a reprint. And I do have a couple Marvel reprints on my wall that I found in when they're in really high grade, and they reprint the Silver Age stuff and they alter it. It looks so cool. So first appearance of Boomerang. That's just a stunning cover. What can I say? For me, that was really the find of this one. Okay, so this is incomplete. It's the last one, but it's just the early looking Betty and Veronica. Wow. I saw this and I was like, I put it down. I'm like, it's not complete, but the art, it's like attaches to your retinas. It's so good. And I've been wanting an Archie annual for a while because I don't know that maybe it reminds me of Marvel Silver Age, but the word annual looks so cool right there. I mean, the trade dress and everything. But stunning cover. So I think, I'll get this and I'll put it on the wall every now and then. Just thought it was a great. So that's from 1955. So that's my less than $1 haul. And I got 18 books. There was a lot more of these, but I had them all. So if someone's a really DC Superman Bronze Age collector, and they can get over to that shop, there's quite a few books. And there's a lot of Marvels too that I left behind that I already had. There were more Teen Titans. Most of them weren't. So this has a little water stain right here. So most of them weren't this nice. So try not to buy comics. I try to go for like higher grade stuff this time, higher grade stock. I'm actively layering my collection. I think I've got up to like 8 boxes, long boxes done. I got the majority of the books in this room, probably like 75%. So by next year, I want to have my whole collection Mylar'd. I want to buy all brand new boxes. And I want to be ready to ship everything over there safely, nice and neat, because I won't be able to get supplies anymore once I'm over there. I mean, I'm not going to have stuff shipped because it's going to be phenomenally high postage. So anyways, I'll let you out of here sharing my comic news. I bought some Milers off eBay. Don't do that, man. I buy them off Amazon, and it takes them a week to get here. I buy them off directly from the Gerber company. It takes about 5 days to get here. I bought some off eBay, got them for a great price, but they stayed in Jacksonville for almost a week. And the next thing I know, they were in Puerto Rico. So I just got eBay to give me my money back. So we're going down to Tampa tomorrow, and hopefully I can find a store that has some Mylars. All right, guys. Peace out. Nighttiger out. Hope you enjoyed my dollar comic book haul. Let me know in the comments.